Welcome to NASPA Tonight. I'm your host, Josh Greenway. This is the weekly Facebook Live show where we talk about all things Scrabble. I'm joined by my guest, the one and only Josh Jr. Sokol. Josh, how are you?
I thought we weren't doing this again. Why am I here?
I'll tell you why you're here. You're here to bring some energy to the show. My energy
to super soak you all. Super Sokol.
I got to be honest. I'm trying to power through this episode. My energy could be higher. There's a lot going on these days, Josh. We got July 4 coming up. Prep for Nationals has already started to happen. I'm moving this weekend. Like when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean?
Whoa, you're moving this weekend.
Correct.
Where to?
Well, it's within Toronto, just from one place to another.
Okay.
But, so I'm counting on you. The reason you're here is to bring the energy. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I see, to give it the kind of romper room intro,
if I'm here to like undistract, maybe this t-shirt isn't very there. I don't think this is very apt. Maybe I should change my t-shirt.
Does this make me Elmer Fudd? Oh, look, a bunny rabbit? A wabbit? I don't understand the shirt. Okay. Well, hello to Ryan and Sam and Tom and Doris and James and Will and Alan and Lori and Doris again. Anyway, welcome everybody. Hi, Will. Will says it's the Joshes. He just says it's Joshes.
Will, long time no speak.
Right. You were probably with Will just a couple of days ago.
How do you know that?
Because I'm a big fan of a little site called Cross Tables.
No, you're supposed to be like, I know that because we're supposed to talk about New York City and then like segue. Go.
So I know that because I'm a fan of a little site called Cross Tables, and that shows me that Will did a little better in New York City than you did this past weekend. So why don't you tell me about that? What do you you go down to New York City on a fairly regular basis? What do you like about New York City, and what did you enjoy this time?
I love New York City. There are a lot of Scrabble players in New York City and a lot of skyscrapers and a lot of food and a lot of getting away from the horrible truths and depressions of the regular life, you know? Like,
sure.
That's what you got to do. You got to just escape from time to time, and the easiest place for me to escape to is New York City.
So on the patio of Spumoni Gardens, that's where you are in this picture?
This is such a good selfie. I was like, I couldn't believe how good of a selfie I took. I thought it was really awful, actually, the first time I saw it. But this is you see the title, you see everything. Anyways, yes, I'm with Conrad and Conrad's non-Scrabble friends. You should probably crop them out because they're irrelevant to the Scrabble show.
That's a good point, but Eric, I don't know then Simon, how I would show it.
Shout out. Spumoni Gardens, man. Sicilian pizza, you got to do it. Square pizza. Have you ever heard of square pizza? Cheese under the sauce.
Sure. What did you say? Cheese. What was the last thing you said?
Cheese under the sauce.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I've had that before.
Delicious.
Yes. Well, so that's good. You had pizza and you played Scrabble. There was a one-day tournament in New York City. You did not win, I noticed. Joel Sherman came out on top.
Yeah. I gotta say, I don't usually make excuses. That's it. That's all I needed to say. Will destroyed. That was
yes. All right, why don't we get into this?
Wait, first of all, this was Will's mother's first Scrabble tournament. She played in the newcomers event.
Really?
Yes.
Why don't I have her on the show, Will? Come on, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what Will's doing, but he's also growing a beard, so maybe he's in the same predicament as myself.
Oh my goodness, he's growing a beard.
Yeah.
Noah says, my computer says it hasn't started yet. Has it? Can someone in the comments tell Noah to refresh his computer? That should kick it in. Let's talk about what happened in New York. Let's go right into cross tables. Here it is. You came second, a game behind the man, the myth, the legend, Joel Sherman, but a game ahead of Cesar.
Yeah, well, honestly, I was gonna come in first, regardless of the result of the last game.
Yes.
Cesar can unbelievably he was ahead by. I could tell he was ahead in the game, and I was just playing like a table away from him. And at some point, I'm like, well, I guess Cesar's safe because I wasn't winning by a lot, and I was pretty sure Cesar was winning, and he was winning as per his posts. I don't know if you have a screenshot of that.
I don't.
He was ahead by 40 points, and he had both blanks, and he somehow managed to bungle it all. And
FI.
It didn't matter to me. I was just, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Like while his game was in progress, I was like, yeah, you're safe, Assessor. Don't worry about it. And then he played. No, I swear, that's literally what happened. And then he played FI, and then he played Biffiest, which is not a word, only Biffies.
Oh boy.
And I won my game, so I got into second. I lost to Joel. I lost to Cesar. I lost one game to Sal. All winnable games.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. And you had your shot to get back over 2,000. You lost a few points, but certainly well in range for tournaments coming up. Cesar also dropped below 2,000.
Yeah, no, as long as Cesar wasn't above 2,000 for more than one tournament, that I wasn't above 2,000, I'm content. Don't worry.
Gotcha. Sam Kaplan, 7-1, wins Division 2.
We congratulated him last time. He's knocking every field down. Let's see what happens next time. Very exciting times.
Absolutely. And the other 8-0 on the day was not Paul Avron. Robert. Oh, Robert doesn't have a picture.
He doesn't. No, he was relatively unknown coming to this tournament, but now he is legendary. 8-0. Like going 8-0 is great. Just ask Will.
That's right. So there's Will, 8-0 plus 1,000. Yeah, the best I've ever done was 7-0. But there's no point in putting me in the conversation. So there it is. Nice job, Will. Looks like maybe he was Gibsonized for the last round. Not sure.
He was, He played okay. Mina. Mina started off pretty okay, but she tried soapweed, I think. The word soapweed, and that was not a valid word. And after that, it was all easy peasy for Will, it would seem.
Okay, let's cruise through some of the other tournaments. The biggest tournament on the weekend was Philly, won by Richard Popper. I don't know how well you know Richard Popper. He gave me a ride once. He here's Richard Popper here. Richard drives like this black kind of two-door sports car. I thought it was, I can't remember what kind it is because I'm not a car guy, but it's pretty good. Ken A., I think he played New York and Philly this past weekend.
Yeah, Ken A. is on a roll, man. Like, he's just everywhere. Like, kudos to him.
For sure. So congrats to him. I don't know if there was anybody else who played both of these tournaments. That would have been one thing to check. And
Kevin Gauthier.
This guy. Oh, did Kevin? You think did both?
Verna. Yeah. You can scroll up.
Yeah,
I can tell you. Yeah, it looks like those two at least. Yeah, Verna and Kevin.
I also wanted to say Brendan McClanahan, who I have not met. I think the last time we talked about tournaments, he had won a division as well. So he's on a 2-tournament winning streak. Let's see here. Hold on.
Exciting times.
Yeah, so he won Philly. Oh. No, we're talking about Philly. Oh, okay. So he won a smaller grouping or something. Anyway, I noticed that. Okay, so that's Philly. It's nice to see both Philly and New York being super active. Let's talk about Texas. Texas, no Collins here. There's Ori Swift lighting up the field at 11-2, followed by Kanik.
Big contender for nationals, Ori. Kanik is trying himself again. I think he's going to have a good nationals. I can predict Matt's going to have a good nationals.
Yeah, we're going to talk about nationals in a little bit, but I was curious what you thought about about Ori.
Ori's the man. He just
Okay.
does what I do, just better than me. That's what I think. Like he has poor word knowledge, just like myself, and he just puts people in really difficult positions and comes up ahead.
And also division wins by Paul Thornton, who I don't know, and Regina Hidalgo, who I've played a million times. When I started playing in U.S. tournaments, I was always playing Regina. Okay. And then, actually, another fair-sized tournament was happening in Iowa. And there's Avery taking down Division 1. No surprise there. But closer than some of his other wins.
Well, the surprise is his 3 losses.
Yeah, exactly. And then, look at this Division 2. So we've got Ine.
Look at that.
I know.
1,000 spread. That's just so beautiful right there.
Absolutely, and
look at the streak. Look at the streak. This is
amazing.
Scrabble at its finest.
Amazing. I feel like we could do a whole show just doing deep dives on cross tables, and then James here.
That's literally what
I don't know,
doing,
James.
Right?
I know, but it's not going to be the whole show. We're almost done here. So that was Iowa. Then there were a couple of small ones in Santa Fe with Mike Barron over John Karras. John Karras, who I think we're going to have on the show at some point soon. And out in Oregon, we had a small tournament won by Michael Baker. And on the Collins side, Koenig. All right.
Yeah.
So there we go. That is tournament roundup, people. Okay, let's get back to full screen. Now, here's what I wanted to talk about briefly. We've got July 4th coming up. You're coming down, right? Will, you're coming down. Bob, you're coming down. We got a bunch. If you're going to July 4, throw something in the comments.
Okay, 2 things. Did we switch sides?
Did I switch sides?
Did we switch sides, or am I?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
And also, you have to make up your mind. Is it July 4 or July 4th?
Well, what do you think? I don't know.
It's definitely July 4th.
Okay, July 4th. Good call. One thing we're getting ready for with July 4th is we got this nice. Now I can't remember. You've got me all confused on sides. But we've got this nice big picture that we're putting up of Annette with Chris Light playing saxophone in the background. One of the cool things about July 4th is that we're getting some really nice registration numbers. We're up to 115 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just shy of it, which is pretty incredible. I think personally, I don't know that that's going to be sustainable in future years, but we'll see what happens. I think, obviously, the fact that we're doing the memorial barbecue for Annette is part of it.
Have some faith.
Well, but also, hold on, you're not. Let me finish. The other part is with nationals being down a little bit. I think this makes for a good alternative. So what I would say is we're still accepting registrants. If you're not making it to nationals, I think you can play 33 games at this tournament. You would think I would know as one of the directors of it, but I think that's the right number. Maybe it's even 34. But you should consider joining us, and we're going to have a lot of fun at this tournament. So let's also. I wonder if we should go back to cross tables for this, but. Where are we at with nationals? Number one, Will, since you are, Will says Allison is coming to Albany with him, so that's very nice.
I recommended that she constantly wear a shirt that says, "I am Will Anderson's fiance," because, as we know.
Yes, that's what her name is going to be.
I have a really funny story about that because Jack Norman, who's on the West Coast, lovely player.
Yes.
At some point, it was nationals in 2013. His then girlfriend was there, and when you would walk up to her, maybe to say, "Oh, hi, I'm Josh. Like, who are you?" Maybe you thought like she was a player and you wanted to get to know her or whatever. She would just say, "Hi, I'm Jack Norman's girlfriend." It was just amazing. It was like, yes, okay, now we know where we're at.
I am looking forward to meeting Allison in person. I don't believe I have to date. Maybe, Will, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if my memory banks are failing me. Yeah. But Allison, I know, watches this show. I think she has even watched episodes that Will has not been on, if you can believe it. So,
I mean, she probably watches with Will. But, okay, you can make a big deal out of it if you want.
So, the reason I brought up Will is, will he or won't he switch over? That was the rumor, that he was switching over to TWL. Will, do you want to shed any light on that? When is the deadline for doing that? Probably not for another week or two, I would imagine.
Exclusive on NASPA Tonight. Will he or will he not? Very good. Very good.
That's better. Okay. He says, he says, I was listening with headphones on because she's reading and I just unplugged my headphones. So there you go. That counts as a watch, even if you're listening to... Anyway. Okay. Oh, he will make his announcement after Albany, July 4. Okay. Ooh. I guess it depends on how he does, right? Because he's playing Collins down there. Now, speaking of that... Anyway, I wanted to just bring up the field here because I think it's a fairly interesting field. Like, I was looking at this because, like I said, I'm starting to prep for nationals and getting ready to do things like figure out the assets that we're going to need for the stream. I'm working with Rashad. I'm dealing with John and with Art and just getting all this stuff into place. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, what video clips, what interviews do I have, what interviews do I need, and stuff like that. And I think it's an interesting, like, I'm looking at this from kind of a top 12 basis to at least make sure that I'm prepped to talk about those top 12 players. And I think I have video on 11 of the top 12 or something like that, which I thought was pretty good.
You probably don't have video of Carl, is that right?
Correct. That is absolutely correct. But let me ask you this. Who do you like outside the top 12? We mentioned Kanik earlier. Jason Lee. All right. Anybody lower than that?
No.
Jack Peters, John Karras.
Nope.
Dr. Ken. Anybody in there?
Sorry, guys. I don't. And if
Fagan?
I stand
How about
corrected,
Fagan?
I will stand very tallly corrected.
How about Fagan?
But, no.
All right. So you think top 15? That's where I need to be looking. That's the cutoff.
Sure. I mean, maybe Thomas. Maybe Thomas.
Okay, there you go. All right, top 17. Okay, now this is what I know what I wanted to show. Let's get into this. We're talking about Albany for July the 4th, and I saw this on Facebook that Winter.
You screenshotted that and not Cesar's F5 post. Okay.
Yeah.
I see how it is. Let's not make a big deal out of this. I mean,
are you taking him up on the offer? That's what I want to know.
But this is like I don't know, a lose-lose situation for me, because if I say yes, I'll be playing Collins, which is like...
Yeah, but isn't that part of your plan anyway? You want to play Alchemist Cup 2020, right?
Well, it would basically be like giving up on nationals. If I'm playing Collins in Albany, it's like I'm giving up on all remote possibilities that I do well at nationals.
I see. So after nationals, you're gonna be playing more Collins. Is that the idea?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. So sorry, Winter. That's doesn't sound like that's happening. Okay. Now, do we have anything else to talk about? Or are we going to go right into teach Josh to play Scrabble?
I don't know. You're the host.
I know, but maybe you've got stuff on your mind. I don't know.
No, I think we can go straight.
Did you see the picture that I put up here? Hold on. What side are we on?
The local jerk picture. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
My grandmother just made that her story, and I didn't even think, because my grandmother doesn't really know how to use Facebook very well, so maybe she's learned a thing or two. I'm very curious to see if there's anything more to her story than that picture, but even so, hello Carol, hello Softa, if you're watching.
Hello Softa. Is that like how I called my grandmother Nana? Is that what Softa is?
It's Hebrew for grandmother.
Ah, very nice. Okay, I just wanted to show that picture because I think it's not even the best picture of you. It's just fun to have it under local jerk.
It's perfect. Kudos to Kevin Eng for the.
Absolutely. Did we get Kevin at either July 4 or Reno?
Yes.
Is he in for both?
I wish I'm pretty sure.
All right, look. We're losing momentum here, so let's get into. Hold on a sec.
Oh, what's
something happened. All right, just a sec. Man, oh man. Okay, you take over the show for a minute. Talk about something. Let me just get something fixed.
The question is Kevin Eng going to nationals? And I am trying to load this right here. Yes, absolutely, Kevin Eng is going to nationals. Why would I ever have thought otherwise? I will see you in Albany and then nationals, Kevin Eng. Hello, Michael Tang. You have joined.
Hey, Michael.
And Will, that's a very funny comment. I've decided to take my talents to CWL/CSW. Very, very funny. Hello, Jeffrey Nelson. I really am running out of ideas here. So we're going to teach Josh how to play Scrabble if he ever gets this fixed.
I'm working on it. It was working up until...
It's okay, Josh.
We could have jumped into it 2 minutes earlier and it was working.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. And basically, the question here is, will I do all the work for Josh, or will he actually come to oh my god, I forgot the word, but like not an epitome. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't matter.
Oh, by the way, Winter commented, by the way, I hope Josh is announcing which charity he's chosen for the $500. That was a few minutes ago, I think.
There's no hope, Winter, unfortunately. All you can hope for is that when I tackle you in Albany, you won't like break your Achilles or something.
Okay, so listen, we're either going to have to kill more time or something. My old Mac, which is what I use to capture the phone, has gone into some kind of software update. I'm trying to hard reset it. So I'm telling you, it was working up until 2 minutes ago. Let's see if this worked.
Don't worry about it, Josh.
Is there anything else we can talk about? Are you doing Musical at Nationals?
Oh my god. I don't know, because unfortunately there has been a total lack of communication between Art, myself, and the representative who was supposed to tell me what we have available, what musical instruments, and this is like the most ridiculous it's ever been, like preceding nationals. But
we're still a month. We're still a month away.
No, we're less than a month away.
Just barely.
By now. I usually know by now for sure what instruments we have. And I mean, the rep told me she was gonna contact me last week, and she did not. And it's just, I mean, I don't want to. Look, I've prompted Art many times. I've done my part here, and it's.
Have you called the rep on the phone?
No, it's like. I feel like the more that I like put effort into this, the more I feel like I'm not getting anything from it. It's like, why do I have to just like
Well, wait a minute.
follow
It's not
everybody
about
and like
just a second.
why I have to like constantly say
out.
hello, what's going on, hello.
Time out. It's not about what you get out of it. You understand, right?
Yeah, well, that's obviously the reason that I want to hold the musicale, but honestly, I'm going to be so busy in the next few weeks that like I don't want it to be because the problem is I'm organizing it, and if it goes south, it's all on me, and it's just like I don't want that to happen. Every year I'm just like, I don't know, grasping at straws, making very last minute arrangements so that everything works out. Like very often I've had to have technicians come in mid musicale and fix things because I'm not a technician, and it's just like I wish that like a minimum of work could be done so that I can feel confident that it's going to be a good event, you know? Like,
okay, listen, I've heard you out on this, okay? I'm just saying that sucks, man. Come on.
nah,
You can take control of this. Like, yeah, I'm complaining that I'm busy. I'm doing everything that I've done at Nationals before, plus I'm now going to try to broadcast the Collins Best of 3 final using Stage 10, which is like this whole other complication. But, like, it's important, you know?
mm-hmm. It is important. And I just wish that Art and the Rep would see that. Anyways,
all right, so, we can change topics.
Well, no, I mean, while we're here, like, I wish that like everybody who's interested and wants to perform
this is good.
Listen to people perform.
You want them to call the Rep?
Get into contact
is that what you're saying?
With me /Art, like, just to be like, what the hell, man, like. Come on, because Josh, I mean, look, it's not like I can't handle this. It's just that I've been very, very busy at work. I'm running the Canadian committee. We're doing all sorts of things there. Like, I'm the chair there. We're talking about a bunch of things at the moment. Like,
what are you doing on the Canadian committee?
Goa's coming up. We're trying to talk about Alchemist Cup 2020, and like, it's just very hard to. It's just really hard for me. I guess it might be a personal thing to get people to, like, respond to things. Like, the committee, like, it takes a lot for them to like weigh in on certain issues, and like I never hear from everybody. And yeah, I don't know how you deal with this, Josh, like putting in so much work and then like not getting as much as you would like to as a return.
Well, some of it I get to control, right? Like this NASPA Tonight. I'm not getting as much in return because the technology's failing, but I'm almost there, buddy. I am almost there.
Okay. But yeah, Musicale, please message me if you're interested.
Message Josh, message Art, or message the Rep, right? That's the message we're giving?
Yeah, well, nobody has... I'm not going to give out like the Rep's contact information like that, but hey, if you want to organize a peaceful protest, go right ahead, you know. I'm sure there's a group of people that would do that for me. You know, you're all behind me. I know that.
Oh yeah. All I want to do is change it to just a karaoke night that we charge for.
Yeah, well, see, maybe this is why like we can't have nice things, is because Josh Greenway is always trying to get his claws into everything, and like karaoke night, man, what a disaster that would
People
be.
like karaoke, man. I've heard. I don't like karaoke, but people like
I've
karaoke.
Been to karaoke nights. It's tough for a musician to go to a karaoke night. It's tough.
I see what you're saying.
There are so many talented people in NASPA: musicians, computer programmers.
That's true.
Very, very mean-spirited people that are very good at what they do. You know.
Right. Okay. Why can't I?
Of talent.
Why can't
Josh,
I enter full screen? I'm almost there.
Just give up.
Hold on,
you're almost there. This is the perfect time to just give up on everything.
That's the lesson here.
Yes.
I appreciate your suggestion, Ryan. By the way, he was saying, why don't I just open up Facebook?
It definitely is epiphany, is the word I was looking for.
What did you reference epiphany?
I said epitome. I was like, I wonder if in any of these positions that we may or may not bring up on the screen, if
Yes.
I'm going to do all the work or if you're going to come to an epiphany.
Yeah, probably not.
That's not... Well, you can't answer the question that way. There were two options. The option was either you come to an epiphany or I do all the work. The answer to that question cannot be, I will not.
Well, the answer to that question could be found out right now. Hold on.
Ooh.
Look at that. Okay. We've got some games here. This is Teach Josh to Play Scrabble. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to prepare some questions. Now I've run out of all my random questions while we were standing there. Okay, let's see if this updates.
Way.
I've just made a play. No, I've just opened up a game.
I don't see. I only see the screen of all the plays that were made, and I see Sarah Waits played Ibex, Karen Lake played Timed, Karen Lake played OH. Wow, you're really liking playing this Karen Lake person.
So I want to thank everybody for watching NASPA Tonight this week. It was a little bit, things went off the rails there a little bit. But here's what I want to say, is that getting involved, I think the conversation on the Musicale was illustrative, because, and about the Canadian Committee, and about streaming the best of three, the best of three Collins finals and stuff like that, is that when it comes to Scrabble, and even though it can feel this way, where it all just sort of happens, but it doesn't just happen. It takes, sometimes you got to power through things, stuff like that. And it can be, it can be tough to do. So I want to thank you, Josh Jr., for the attempts that you've made to get the details you need for the Musicale, for the work you're doing on that Canadian committee, determining the qualification standards for Alchemist Cup 2020, figuring out what's going on with Goa. When's the Canadian deadline?
Oh, it's passed. It was the 16th of June. What I'm just trying to do is get people to confirm their attendance, because we have 10 qualifiers.
I see.
And we'd like to know who is participating.
I see. So that's the message, is that it takes Josh messaging these 10 people, messaging this rep, talking with Art Moore. Art Moore, who, by the way, we're going to have on the show in 2 weeks on July the 9th. No show next week because I'll be in Albany that night. But if I can
live. We should go live at a bar or something.
All right, maybe we can squeeze Will for his. But you're not even going to be there that night because it's the night before Early Bird 1. That's the Tuesday night. Oh. Anyway, maybe we'll figure out a special episode from July 4th. We can come up with something. But otherwise, if we don't do that,
make more efforts.
If we don't do that, there won't be a show next week. But then we'll come back with boom, July 9, boom, July 16. Then we're into nationals. So July 9, we already have confirmed Art Moore, Sam Kaplan, and Joey Krafchick is coming on to discuss nationals odds. Who's in? If you were to put money into the deal.
Put me back to where I was. He lowered my odds when he saw my games that I posted.
So that's what we're going to do July 9. And then July 16, which is the last Tuesday before Nationals. I think that's right. Then we're going to be talking with as many contenders as possible. We've got Will confirmed. We've got Cesar confirmed. Are you confirmed for July 16, Josh?
July 16, though. I'm probably going to be... I'm going to be in Portland, so I don't really know
my
how
God.
That'll work out.
Right, you'll be driving there, right?
We're driving from Portland, I think on the 18th. I don't know. I'll probably...
Okay, will Jackson be there in Portland on the 16th?
Possibly. You know him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. But here's what I want to say. Let's try to get you guys in. Okay, there you go. Look at this. And Winter's got another job for me. He says, I'm waiting for Josh Greenway to figure out podcasting so I can listen at double speed without jumping through hoops. So look forward to that. I'll try to figure that out. And then from Nationals, we're going to be doing NASPA Lives from the floor of Nationals every night during Nationals. And we're going to be doing preview shows during the stream. There's a lot going on. So if tonight was a little bit off, I appreciate you guys hanging in. I know Josh Jr. is always worth watching. And, you got a little bit of a behind the curtain look on the musicale. So expect that to be a lot of fun when you get to Reno.
Yes, I really hope it'll all work itself out, and I'm just exhausted.
All right, I'm exhausted too. I'm sure our audience is exhausted. We've gone longer than I wanted to. We didn't even get to teach Josh to play Scrabble. It's a good thing.
Okay, you're unteachable.
Exactly. And I haven't even played Scrabble in 6 months. So what is the point? All right. I want to thank everybody for hanging in on this car crash. And James Curley says this is my favorite episode. Josh, give us a sign off here. What do you want to say?
I only came here to teach Josh to play Scrabble, but looking back, it was still the right decision to make. I appreciate the time spent, and I'll see you guys at the next tournament, hopefully.
Okay, and I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank my guest, Josh Jr. We're coming back with episodes July 9th, 16, from the floor of Nationals. Support your local director. They're working hard for you, and we will see you next time. Thanks, everybody.